Hi everybody, it's Debbie. Welcome. You're at your home, your happy place, and today is not a decorating video. So if that's what you're here for and you don't want to hear anything else, click off and I'll see you next week. But today is the day I had told you I was going to bring you information on the way I eat, or should be eating, because I was off of it for a while. The reason I'm doing this is I put it out there. Are you interested in this, this, and this? And it was overwhelmingly yes. So here it comes. A disclaimer, I'm no doctor. I am a nurse, but I am not prescribing anything to you. You need to do your own research. If you're on medication, don't stop your medication. Talk to your doctor. I will be very frank. Most doctors are not going to recommend this diet. You are going to have to look for somebody who has done the research, who even knows what you're talking about. I've had a really bad experience in my life just when I was on keto diet, not carnivore diet, from a doctor who knew nothing about what she was talking about. And she wanted to put me on some medications, and I'm like, no. Thankfully, I went back to my other doctor, but that doctor's gone now, and I'm in search of a new one. I'm coming to you August 19th to do a 10-day challenge, and that's how I started. When did I start this diet? I started it 2 years ago, July 7th. And I started it because I'd been on keto for 2 years, and I felt amazing on keto, but my weight loss had, I had gotten on keto for weight loss. I stayed on keto for the health benefits I saw on it. And the reason I hadn't had a lot of weight loss, I had a little, was because I was doing I had all these keto cookbooks. So I was still making cakes and cookies, and I was just using coconut flour, almond flour, monk fruit sugars, and all these kind of things. And to me, they tasted great, but you know what? It still was not, it wasn't something, you can still eat all that stuff and gain weight, for instance. And now there's all these products out there that say, oh, if you look at it, it'll say 0 sugar or something. But if you look at the carbs, they've got sugar alcohol in there, and there's carbs from that. Not to mention sugar alcohol can probably give you diarrhea. So let's just get to the point. Here I am watching one of my doctors that I followed for keto tell me that he's going carnivore. And I'm like, first of all, I'd never heard of it. Secondly, I'm like, you're insane. Once he started telling me, it's like no fruits and no vegetables. This is impossible. You're going to get sick. You're going to die. I was about ready to unsubscribe, to be honest, because I thought he's off the walls now. And then YouTube starts feeding me other things, and I get Kelly Hogan next. And sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I've got a very alert mind about stuff at that time. So I'm like, what? You've been on this for 13 years at the time. I don't know how long now, maybe 20. Anyway, I was just like, you're kidding. Her labs are great. She's healthy. She's energetic. There's no chronic illness in her. She's taking no meds. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. And then I got another video and another doctor and another doctor. A lot of medical doctors, you guys. I was astounded. I'm like, where's this been? Why are we not all on this? Why are we giving people diabetic diets? Why are we recommending in our, nutritional guidelines, the big base at the bottom of that triangle is carbs. The very top, I think, is fat. Well, this is the reverse of that. It's a high-fat diet. And it takes us from going like this with blood sugar, which is when you feel your surge of energy, and then it goes down, and you're a little You'd like to have a nap, but you can't. So you take some more sugar and up and down and up and down, which is not good for our bodies, number one. And we don't feel great. When you go into ketosis, you're living a much more steady glucose level and not shooting in insulin, and your energy is coming from fat. And that's why you need to eat fat. So that's kind of the explanation I can give you. I am not well versed in everything. Dr. Bosworth, even though she's not carnivore, her channel, Dr. Boz, is very, very medically informative about being in ketosis. So you would be in ketosis if you were on zero carb. All right, so I hope that tells you. So what is it? It's eating animal products. So meats, eggs, fish, some dairy. I mean, you can eat dairy. Some people have issues with it. I do. And then if you're really true carnivore, you don't season, you don't have condiments, etc. I am not that strict. I have low sugar or no sugar ketchup, but sparingly, and mustard. I do season with multiple seasonings. As you get on with it, you start to find out what you react to. So some people will start to add in a few things if your body's not reacting. It is an elimination diet. So when you go like that and it cleans out your system, if you take one thing and taste it and you're burping, belching, having gas, bloating, having some kind of issue in the bathroom, you can pretty much realize that that food is causing a negative reaction in your body, and you don't want to put it in there. Just don't. What I don't experience are those things I just said. When I'm on zero carb, there's no belching, there's no gas. I don't bloat. I used to eat and then I'd have to expand my belt. I could look like I was 8 months pregnant. That's how gassy I would look from certain things. And I just thought that was the way, it's just the way we are after we eat, but it doesn't need to be that way. Somebody might say, don't you need fiber to go to the bathroom? No, you do not. Very clearly, all these people that have been living on it, including myself, have absolutely no issues in the bathroom. And once your body, you might have some in the beginning as you're transferring in your body and your intestines are transferring from living leaky gut like I was diagnosed with to getting healed. Once your body gets accustomed to the new way of eating, not an issue at all. How does it work? I think I've kind of said, it's the fact that you're using fuel. Your fuel for your body is fat. So somebody had asked me about cholesterol. Your cholesterol numbers are several different types of numbers. So yes, your total cholesterol will go up, most likely. It's the ratios that matter. And there's somebody who's had their labs out a lot lately. I love to watch Steak and Butter Gal. And she had a doctor who that's his specialty, look over her numbers. And he was amazed at the ratios and how healthy her cholesterol level was. And she eats pretty much ribeyes and butter. I think she does eggs too. A lot of people get very simple. A lot of people just do beef and eggs and butter. I eat all kinds of meat and fish. And okay, what else have I got on here? What are some of the things that I had that went away? Here's the way I find out things. It's when I cheat and it comes back. Eczema. I don't know when I developed it, but every so often I would notice I was getting a rash on my shins or my abdomen. It would kind of seem to come to the same place. And it was very hard to get rid of. Sometimes I'd go a whole summer with it. I realized once I got on keto that those things went away. Well, now I'm very, very clear. I was diagnosed with gluten sensitivity. And so when I have gluten, I get a rash somewhere. Right now, I've had gluten in the past month. I have down my spine the tiniest, itchiest rash. Something else that I forgot that I had, because I was diagnosed so many years ago with acid reflux. I'd been on Prilosec, and I don't remember all of them. I would tell my doctor, I want to know the cause. I don't want to be on these drugs. One day I looked at the back of it and it said, you're only supposed to be on it for 14 days. Well, I'd been on it for months. And you know what? You know why you're only supposed to be on it for 14 days? Because your body's so magnificent. When you start causing the acid to go away, your body goes, oh, but we need more acid to digest your food. So it starts opening up new holes of acid, and then it's a big cycle. So what you do is you need to find the cause of why you're having the reflux. And for me, it was gluten. So I experienced it last night. It's a whole little story. I had hamburger meat and I added taco seasoning. And I decided to cheat and throw in a little salsa. And I can have sour cream, so I put a little sour cream on it, although I don't tolerate that super well. What I also don't tolerate is shredded cheese, because there's some kind of coating on it. And for some reason, I did that too. Now, I didn't use much. I mean, we're talking like maybe a tablespoon. So a tomato sauce, something I don't tolerate well, which is the sour cream. Something I don't tolerate, but I could be having also, is the cheese. And then I added a couple of little cherry tomatoes. I was immediately in the bathroom, and I belched nonstop, no lie, for 20 minutes. And I know that I can make that stop by eating something with gluten, like crackers or something. So I did, because it was becoming ridiculous. But then that night, no, I just got a hiccup. I haven't had anything to eat today. That night, then I woke up in the middle of the night with this burning, reflux. So when I'm on, I have zero reflux. I have no eczema. And then there's the other bonuses of the energy. I can't even tell you. Oh my gosh. I used to say I'm not a morning person. Well, I am now. I get up, I have energy, I'm ready to go. If someone calls and says, hey, you want to play pickleball? Yes. You guys, I'm almost 67. If you've looked at my other channel, which is Trump Sounding, where I only have 2 videos so far, I told you that in my 30s, I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And so I never got to live those years with high energy, because I was completely fatigued. Plus I was suffering with depression. And it was just, the life I have now at this age is exhilarating to me. And yet I have acquaintances who are acting old. And I'm just like, I want to say, if you just give up all of this stuff, you could feel great, but I can't do it. So I'm on YouTube. That's why I'm doing it. Because and people just think I'm weird when I tell them what I do. Okay, what else can I tell you? I kind of told you what I eat. Oh, my bonus is the energy. No aches, no pains. Okay. I was told, oh gosh, I don't remember how long ago. I used to have a lot of different pains. And a doctor was checking me. It was a chiropractor. He goes, yeah, you have a little arthritis in your neck. I said, I have arthritis in my neck? And he goes, oh, after the age of 40, everybody's got arthritis. And I'm like, what? Well, you guys, this past summer, I found out what arthritis was. When I went off, and I don't even know which food it was that triggered it, I had so much pain in my hands. I had fire burning pain in my pinkies and aches in my joints so bad, like I was playing golf, simulator golf, because I don't know how to play. And just to do that, it hurt to hold that. I would pick up things that I normally would carry, to the table or whatever. And I was worried I was going to drop it because it hurt so bad. I feel like I had something in my toes too. The arthritis was excruciating. I never knew how painful it could be. And I was taking 2 ibuprofens just to kind of relieve it. So when I'm eating 0 carb, I have none of that. None of it. I couldn't possibly have been playing pickleball like I did the other day. There's times when I can remember before we even went on keto, it comes back to me now. My husband and I'd be sitting on the couch and we start to get up, and it was like this really slow motion getting up. And when you stand up, you're kind of bent over and you got to straighten yourself out. Now, if you're young, you're not going through this. But if you're my age, you know what I'm talking about probably. But I don't have that now. I don't have it because that's inflammation in your body. And once you get rid of the foods that are causing that inflammation, it goes away. Okay. I don't know. I feel like that's really all I need to share today. I just want you to know that you may start some of these things because you want to lose weight, but that is not the reason to do this, because this is, as I'm telling you, the peaks and valleys of when I cheated. This is not a diet to just lose weight, because once you get a taste of how healthy that you feel, and if you're somebody who's got chronic diseases, let me tell you, there are channels where they are just interviewing. I'll try to find 2 of them and click them down below, where they just interview people who have rheumatoid arthritis or did Parkinson's, and they're gone. People with so much intestinal issues that they've had to have colostomies, and all of the things that led to it gone because they went on this. People with depression, gone. And I know it sounds crazy that food could be the thing that is causing so many of the problems in our body, but I mean, the proof is in what people are telling you, and their doctors are speechless. They really are, because there are so many who have said they were on, 14, 15 medications, different medications a day, and they're no longer on any of them. Their weight is down, and whatever symptoms that they were experiencing that put them on those meds are gone. And it's miraculous, but it is something that you can do. So if you decide that this is something you want to do, again, I'm just sharing my journey. Again, I'm just telling you, do your own research on it. We'll link some channels below. And then on August 19th, if that's something that you want to do, join me here. And I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to kind of come on live maybe a couple times a week or something. And just, it won't be instead of my decorating videos. It'll be in addition to, so I'll do it on different days. And if I come on live, then you can ask me questions or just share what you're going through. And maybe there'll be some other people who have some comments that will help you as well. So, okay, I'm just sharing this because I've never felt better in my life. And my goodness, I didn't expect at 66 and almost 67 to be able to say that I am living my best life now. I just had no idea it was possible. So I hope this was benefit to you. Write in the comments if you're going to be joining me August 19th. And if you have questions, start thinking about them, or as we get there, between now and then, do your research. I don't want you going into this, without having at least looked at a few videos and try to, I know what's going to happen. You're going to watch these videos. You're going to go, I can't wait till August 19th. I'm going to get started now, which is fine. I don't care. I'm just picking that as a point so that we can kind of touch base. And I will see you next week for a decorating video. You guys have a great weekend. God bless. Bye-bye.